The hum of the London pub was a warm, familiar blanket, but Alara felt the chill of isolation beneath it. At 30, her Finnish reserve often solidified into an invisible wall, especially after a long day at the architectural firm. She sipped her gin and tonic, the ice cubes clinking a lonely rhythm against the glass. She was observing the lively crowd, a silent spectator in a city of millions. That's when he approached. Not with a loud, brash entrance, but with a calm, grounding presence that seemed to part the noise around him. "Excuse me," his voice was a low, melodic baritone. "I know this is forward, but I had to tell you." Alara looked up, startled. He was tall, with kind eyes that held a hint of a smile, and skin the color of rich mahogany. He wore a simple dark sweater that stretched across broad shoulders. "Tell me what?" she asked, her accent clipping the words shorter than intended. His gaze was direct but not intrusive, sweeping over her with an artist's appreciation. "The way that dress falls on your hips," he said, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial murmur. "It's a masterpiece. And the line of your back when you turn to order. Stunning. Forgive me, but it's a crime that a woman with a body like a Viking goddess hasn't been properly appreciated tonight." The compliment wasn't just a polite, "you look nice." It was specific, visceral, and undeniably sexy. It wasn't about her face or her clothes, but about the architecture of her. Heat flooded Alara's cheeks, a sensation so foreign she almost didn't recognize it. It wasn't embarrassment. It was a long dormant spark igniting. She let out a soft, breathless laugh. "Thank you. I honestly can't remember the last time someone said something like that to me. Years, maybe." "Their loss," he said, extending a hand. "I'm Marcus." "Alara." His hand was warm, enveloping hers. They talked. He was a graphic designer from Brixton, with a passion for jazz and a wit that made her laugh freely, something she hadn't done in months. With every joke, every shared opinion, the initial spark grew into a steady flame, and with it, a secret, thrilling thought she had carried for years began to surface, no longer an abstract fantasy, but a tangible possibility standing right in front of her. Later, as he walked her back to her flat under a misty London sky, the air between them was thick with unspoken words. At her door, she hesitated, the key cold in her hand. "Would you like to come up for a coffee?" she asked, the question feeling both incredibly cliché and profoundly brave. Marcus smiled, a slow, genuine smile that reached his eyes. "I'd like that very much." Inside, the pretense of coffee vanished the moment the door clicked shut. He turned her to face him, his hands resting gently on her waist. "That dress really is a masterpiece," he whispered, his breath warm against her ear. "But I've been wondering all night what's underneath." And then he kissed her. It wasn't a tentative kiss. It was confident, deep, and full of a hunger that mirrored her own. The careful control Alara wore like a second skin dissolved. Her hands, usually so precise and measured, tangled in the soft wool of his sweater, pulling him closer. Later, in the soft light of her bedroom, there was no shyness. As his hands explored the curves he had so boldly admired, as his skin, dark against her pale Finnish complexion, met hers, it felt less like a forbidden fantasy and more like a homecoming. It was a conversation without words, a rhythm that felt ancient and new all at once. He was strong, yes, but also incredibly tender, his touch attuned to every shiver, every sigh. Afterward, lying in the tangle of sheets, his arm a heavy, comforting weight across her stomach, Alara felt a profound sense of peace. The experience wasn't about a stereotype or a checkbox on a secret list. It was about Marcus, his kindness, his confidence, the way he made her feel truly seen and desired for the first time in years. The compliment in the pub hadn't just been a line, it had been a promise, and he had kept it, beautifully. She turned to him, tracing the line of his shoulder, and knew this was just the beginning,